This is about the United States of America. This is about the most powerful office in the world. A man who decides whether we go to war or not, whether we use certain weapons or not. A man who decides what kind of economy we're going to have. A man who decides on a host of issues that affect each and every one of our lives every day. There's a lot going on here, and I want to start with the President of the United States, Joe Biden. By now you've probably seen this story, but I want to add something to it, quite frankly. He's a screamer and a yeller, and he apparently uses the F word constantly at his staff. He brutalizes them. They don't want to go in there by themselves to deal with him. Isn't that interesting? We're over 2 years in on this presidency, and now this comes out. And now this comes out. There's Happy Joe or Lunch Bucket Joe, and he's smiling and he's cringing, but every now and then he shows a little ankle, doesn't he? Now! Oops! That sort of thing. Let's check it out. Washington Examiner. Go.
I'm not concerned about the Venezuela. I'm concerned about the rest of the world.
Despite the White House's efforts to tailor an ice cream-loving grandfather public image for him, President Joe Biden reportedly has a short temper and often lashes out at officials of all ranks in his administration behind the scenes. Current and former aides to the president recalled him dropping various F-bombs, according to a report from Axios. The report detailed the 80-year-old president's interrogations of staff are so common and indiscriminate, they've become known as stump the chump or stump the dummy. But many aides claim to have come to view these outbursts as a sign of respect. The president's apparent temper is relatively unknown to the public. However, some of his aides believe it might be to his benefit to show this side of himself. This, in their opinion, might fend off criticism he is too old and isn't pulling the strings in the White House. The tales of Biden's anger behind closed doors shed light on incidents in public, seemingly rather out of character for the chief executive.
It's kind of bizarre way to cover this. Those who know people who have dementia know that this is stage 5. It's stage 5. They get anxiety. They can't control their temper, their outbursts. Many times they don't even know that it's taking place. Cursing, dropping the F-bombs, and so forth. This is completely in line with a dementia diagnosis, and that's what he's got. And the media and the rest pretty much want us to get used to it. Oh, that's just Joe. This is a strange story coming out at a strange time. There's a purpose for this story, and there's 1,000, reasons people surmise that this story is out. I'm not going to be 1,001. I'm just telling you, when his aides say that they want him to do this in public more often so people don't question his age, does that make sense to anybody? What does it have to do with questioning his age? He's lashing out. He's doing it, without provocation. He's doing it often. He's using curse words. This is a telltale sign. It is evidence that he's in decline. And what is really angering me, and we talked about this here before the show began, this is about the United States of America. This is about the most powerful office in the world. A man who decides whether we go to war or not, whether we use certain weapons or not. A man who decides what kind of economy we're going to have. A man who decides on a host of issues that affect each and every one of our lives every day.
Want to see more? Sign up for Levin TV.